Yep.
Well, my Mickey Mouse has got 6 o'clock, and Sophie is waiting to go play soccer, so we've got to get her going. So I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular meeting of the Guymon City Council of April the 11th, 2013. This time, do we have Jamie Herrera? Jamie here? Jamie, if you'd like to come up to the podium, we'd like for you to give our invocation. If everybody stand up. You can pull it down to you. There you go.
That's okay? All right, let's pray. Dear God, we come to you with thankful hearts this evening, just thankful that we live in a city where we can join together and make our own decisions. And I'm just thankful for all of these people who have chosen to spend their evening helping our city, making good decisions. Thankful for the people that we have elected, and I'm thankful for the time and the effort that they choose to spend making our city better. They could be doing anything else, and they choose to spend their time that way, and I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for just this ability to join together, and we have an amazing freedom to come together and live in this city and support our city. And I just pray that you will be at the center of this meeting, and I pray that you give these elected officials the wisdom and the courage and the knowledge to make great decisions on our behalf. And I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Mr. Swagger, would you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't have a gavel. That's the best I can do tonight. All right. Agenda item number 2 is attendance roll call and determination of a quorum.
Mr. Peterson?
Here.
Mr. Swager?
Here.
Mr. Alvidrez?
Present.
Mr. Setzer?
Present.
Ms. Sanchez?
Here.
Ms. Hoffman?
Here.
Mr. Peterson? Mr. Petty?
Here.
Mr. Shannon?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Agenda item number 3 is approval of the consent agenda.
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda item 3.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer?
Aye.
Swager?
Aye.
Alvidrez?
Aye.
Sanchez?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 4 is discussion and possible action to approve ordinance number 887 and an ordinance amending section 14.2 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Guymon, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and declaring an emergency. The ordinance is attached. We tabled it at the last meeting.
That is correct.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve ordinance number 887.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer?
Aye.
Sanchez?
Aye.
Swager?
Aye.
Alvidrez?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
I make a motion we declare item 4 an emergency.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvidrez?
Aye.
Swager?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Okay. Agenda item number 5 is discussion and possible action to approve the mowing agreement between the City of Guymon and the Panhandle Sheltered Workshop not to exceed $13,100. Report and agreements on hand. They've been doing this mowing for a long time. Do a good job.
They do an awesome job. I make a motion that we approve mowing agreement between the City of Guymon and Panhandle Area Sheltered Workshop not exceeding $13,100.
Second.
Have a motion in 2 seconds.
Swager?
Aye.
Alvidrez?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Sanchez?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 6, discussion and possible action to approve a building lease between the City of Guymon and the Oaks of Mamre for property located at 216 Northwest 4th Street in the Oak Community Development Building. So, the lease is attached. I believe Mr. Petty has worked that out with everybody to our satisfaction. So.
Mayor, may I say something? I think, Charles, would you like to say anything, or am I calling the right one?
Well, I mean, I just want to say we appreciate your generous consideration on this. I think it's great for both the city and Oaks and Mamre. So as KC said last time, that building is just too big for us right now, and this makes a lot more sense for us financially.
Okay.
So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion that we approve the lease between the City of Guymon and the Oaks and Member for property located at 2016 Northwest 4th Street.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 7 is discussion and possible action on electing 3 members to the Board of Trustees of the Oklahoma Municipal Assurance Group for a 3-year term starting July 1, 2023. The ballot and biographical sketches are attached. And I think, Mr. Stanley, you have some letters that you've received?
We did. The City of Guymon received a couple of vote for me letters, I guess you would say. I know 2 of them personally. Justin Battles, he's the Assistant City Manager in Mustang, and Pam Polk, she's the City Manager of Collinsville. So I don't know anybody else on there.
Anybody else have
Unless-
historic preferences?
No, I don't really, the rest of them I don't know very well.
I
You
don't
know that
And-
Brian Lindley?
He's the Choctaw.
Mm-hmm.
He's fairly, yeah, I don't know him. He's been city manager about six months, Mike, is that right?
Yeah,
I
yeah, he's
think
not
he's
very
on-
long. Larry? You want your name on there?
No, sir. But thank you.
Okay. Check.
I think any of them would be good.
I agree.
I think, like I said, Pam's very, I like Pam very much, and Justin Battles, I like him too.
The top 3?
That's fine.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we vote for Tim Lyon, Pam Polk, and Justin Battles.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 8 is discussion and possible action to appoint a member to replace a vacancy left by Glenda Barbosa on the Convention and Tourism Board with a term ending in 2024. The 2 applications that are attached, they filled out their forms, Mr. Chet Crone and Mr. Jeremy Carmen.
It's-
So does anybody have a preference?
wanna-
I think I saw Chet here.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, behind the podium. So Chet's here.
You
I
wanna
think
have
both
him?
candidates will do really, really well. Is Jeremy here? No?
You wanna ask Chet what he wants it? Mr. Crone, would you like to tell us why you'd like to serve on that committee?
Well, as you're well aware, I've kind of been out of circulation for a while, and it's time to get back in and start paying my civic rent. And thanking Guymon for what they've done for me over the years. So I'd just like to serve on one of the boards, do what I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
One of my concerns is on the applications. Jeremy had 2 nominations and Chet didn't have any on that.
You mean recommendations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it says nominated by, but yeah. That's my only concern.
I think Chet would do a great job. I mean, I've worked with him before when he was on council. He's always attended everything that he's been on. He'd give his definitely good opinionated version of what he needs to give on any board that he's served on. So I think he would do good as well. It's really a flip of the coin, but right now, since Chet's here and Jeremy's not, I would rather vote for Chet instead of Jeremy.
So is that a nomination?
I nominate Chet Crone.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second.
Alvedras.
Nay.
Setzer.
Nay.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Peterson.
Nay.
Nay.
Yes.
We've got 3 nays, 2 ayes.
I make a motion that we appoint Jeremy Carmen, item 8.
Second that.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez,
Nay.
Swager,
Nay.
Alvedras,
Aye.
Setzer,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 3 ayes, 2 nays.
Agenda item number 9 is discussion and possibility to award La Amistad with a big grant in the amount of $4,169.82 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board. I think we talked about this last week.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We've been waiting to get the money allocated to the people that wanted to, or some of them actually have already done the upgrades and they're waiting for the reimbursement. And so it's been a great opportunity, and I hope more people apply for this awesome opportunity.
Only question I got, I didn't think that carpeting was in the,
Yeah, it's not, and it wasn't. They listed all the items that they did improvements on in the application, but the only money that's going to be allocated is money that was going towards the actual awning itself and the facade up front. And if you look at the money that is being requested, it matches the money that's just for the facade. But for some reason in their application process, they listed everything they upgraded in that one time. And we clarified that in Convention and Tourism. We wanted, because that was my biggest concern as well.
do we have an idea of how we want downtown to look? Are we going to allow this person to put this fascia on and this person to put something else on, and or have we thought about that?
I think the overall effort has gone with the fact that this is America. You bought the building, you do what you want with it.
It's not following any of the guidelines or set forth by that study that was done on Main Street, you know, the big old package.
I mean, as
that we
far as
had.
I know, that was never put into law or ordinance or anything, so.
Right, it was just an
Yeah,
idea.
just an idea.
Mayor?
Yes.
Can I say something? Just for the people setting out, I didn't know what a big grant was either. It's Business Improvement Grant, and it basically ties back to economic development. Businesses can apply for a grant to, we call it curb appeal, make their business look more attractive to attract people into their business. That's kind of the short version, so.
Okay. So, do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we award the grant amount for $4,169.82 to La Amistad as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez,
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 10 is discussion and possible action to award Max Motorsports with a big grant in the amount of $5,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board. Application is attached.
Same situation. I make a motion that we award the big grant to Max Motorsports in the amount of $5,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 11 is discussion and possible action to approve funding for the 22 Rimfire Challenge event in the amount of $5,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Crone was the one who brought this to the Convention and Tourism, and I thought it sounded like a great idea. The rest of the board did as well, and we unanimously approved to give them $5,000. It should help bring people, not only Guymonites, but other people from around the area to participate. And I think last year they had over 40 participants, is that correct?
40 to 42.
So,
What's the cost on something like this to put it on?
Chet, what was the cost on putting this on last year for you guys? What did it cost you guys to put this on last year?
we made $50. Let's put it over two matches. All the prizes paid out came out of our own pockets. We did not pay back any of the members that coughed up money for the prizes. We had just 2 classes last year. We had rifle, and then we had kids 12 and under. And everybody had a good time. The people that won really enjoyed it. We're planning some changes this year, make it a lot bigger, a lot more appealing to out-of-town people. Hopefully pay for their gas and ammunition to come out and play with us. We'd like to see it become an annual or a big deal. We're asking for seed money to help us do that.
So what was the total cost to put it on?
What does it cost to put it on?
Yeah, what was, at
It
the end of the day,
actually
you have,
doesn't,
positives and negatives. What was the cost?
It actually doesn't cost the club anything to put it on, unless you guys start charging us for the range. But we have donated to the police department and what have you for weed killer and the various things for the use of the range. And I guess you could figure in our time and our paper for score sheets and that kind of thing, but we use steel targets that we use year after year after year, and if it grows, we're going to have to build another set of targets. But so truly, it doesn't cost us anything to put it on.
What
except
did the,
for prize.
what the, yeah, I was gonna ask you, what did the prizes not consist of, but what was the amount that actually you had to pay for the prizes that you gave
Last
out?
year?
The
Last
prizes, yes.
We paid, in the adult class, we paid 100 first place, 60 second place, and 40 third place. And in the youth class, we paid, the winner got a youth rifle, beginner rifle, and second place got, well, the first match, you got $40, and third place got $20. The second match, the winner got a rifle, and first place got $100, and second place got $60.
Have you estimated what kind of prizes you're giving this year?
We're hoping, and that bases on how it goes tonight. Like I say, we're adding a class. Again, we're sticking with the 100, the 60, and the 40 for first, second, and third. Excuse me. We're going to have 3 classes. We'll have adult, we'll call it match rifle. We'll have adult rifle without optics, in other words, open sights, and we will have youth 12 and under. And we'll pay prizes in all of them. Now, we have discussed, instead of paying first, second, third, we're talking about paying first. And before the match, coming up with some random numbers. So we might pay first, 7th, and 9th.
Okay.
And that way, the same guy doesn't win it every match. Gives everybody a shot to take home some money.
Okay.
They're doing that over at Goodwill at the big match they have over there, and the guys seem to like it. So we kicked that around at our last meeting, and we are waiting on Goodwill to schedule their matches so we don't interfere. And also, we have set our first match for April 22nd.
So how many matches altogether are there? Is
I'm
just
sorry?
one, is it just 1 day or 5 days?
It's a one-day deal, yeah.
I know, but have you got more than one match that we're kicking money in for?
Well, we're hoping to put one on every month, April through, what is it, October, I believe. If it, for some reason, doesn't look like it's gonna work, we'll have to regroup.
So it's $10,000 a match?
I'm sorry.
It's $10,000 for each match?
No, we're just asking for a total of $5,000.
$5,000?
Yeah, that would cover the whole thing, plus
Okay,
Hopefully it grows, it would give us this extra
I
set
was-
of
I was looking-
targets and range maintenance.
Okay, back to my question then. So $5,000, is that for one day of this, or is this? for-
Well, that's stretched over the summer.
Okay.
If for some reason that we don't have all 7 matches, we won't need $5,000.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
I'll make a motion that we approve funding for the 2022 Rimfire Challenge event, the amount of $5,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Second.
Have a motion and a second?
Setzer?
Aye.
Sanchez?
Aye.
Swager?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 12 is discussion and possible action to approve funding for the Northwest Oklahoma Junior Rodeo in the amount of $10,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Well, also pretty straightforward. Rodeo is a big deal around here. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So I think another unanimous decision was to approve this.
This is their first time, right?
This is, yeah.
Here. They've done it elsewhere in the past?
Yeah, I can't remember where else they've done this, but yeah, this did happen in the past before. I'm not sure if anybody here from that rodeo group is.
No.
No, but this organization's been around probably 20-plus years, and they're located primarily, they do their finals around the 4th of July in Woodward. I think they have rodeos in Perryton, Canadian, Guymon, and a couple other towns, just northwest Oklahoma, so,
Yeah.
and Texas, apparently.
And what time frame would this rodeo happen?
The 14th and 15th of May be 2 days.
So around Pioneer Day, so it just go
The
all
weekend
together.
after Pioneer
Yeah.
Days.
So we'll have 3
full
weekends of
month, yeah,
rodeos.
full month of rodeo.
Yeah.
And it's really surprised me that junior rodeo hadn't come to Guymon 20 years ago, really.
Yeah.
Okay, and do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve funding for the Northwest Oklahoma Junior Rodeo in the amount of $10,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Second.
Have a motion and a second?
Sanchez?
Aye.
Swager?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 13 is discussion and possible action to award bids for the golf course irrigation sprinkler system project.
Mayor, I wanted to address this item, and the reason being, I want to thank staff for getting us this far, and now that it's in our hands, I don't think we've been given enough time. I don't think the lowest bid is the best in my mind. I don't think we've been given enough time to research other projects done by the other bidders. I think we're allowed 30 days, and this is a pretty big investment, and I don't want to leave any stone unturned, and I just want to make sure we make the right decision. From the initial calls that I've made, I don't think the lowest bid is the way to go here, so I would like to table this to have more time to call the other bidders,
You
or
think
the other project,
the
the other
three-
projects the bidders have done.
Okay, the 3.5s, you think's high?
I can't, I don't have enough info right now to answer that. I just know the projects that were done, some of them by the lowest bidder, I have not received good feedback on it. I don't feel right assigning or awarding this much money to a project that should be in place for years and years and years to come and not fulfill that.
Yeah, it's a worthy investment. And from someone that's worked on a crew that put together some sprinkler systems with Ray Ortiz, yeah, I'd like to know what kind of equipment's going into it as well, and what actual brand of sprinklers we're going to be using, if that's possible on the bids. So,
Yeah, it's in our hands now. Like I said, thank you to the staff that got us this far. Now I don't feel comfortable moving forward with this amount of money on this project, so I ask that we table it.
So you put that in the form of a motion.
I'll make a motion that we table item 13 to next city council meeting.
second that.
Have a motion and a second to table.
Sanchez?
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 14 is discussion and possible action to designate the interim city manager as initial chairman for the regular meeting of the May 9th, 2023 city council meeting. Do you want to?
Do you need discussion?
Well, it's that time of the year that municipal elections were held, and the next regular scheduled meeting will be the first for some. And at that time, that's when the mayor is elected amongst the council. And it's always kind of a, who opens a meeting or whatever. So I think it's probably a good idea and it could have been anybody in this room, but somehow my name got put on there. And so it's just, we'll start out next month and see what comes down, so.
I'll make a motion, we designate an interim city manager, Mike Shannon, as the initial chairman of the regular meeting of May 9th, 2023, item 14.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 15 is public comments and announcements. Are there any public comments or announcements? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, I'm Deirdre Harbison Humphreys, and I believe that the City Council has made a grave mistake this evening. The applicants for the CNT Board showed you by their actions tonight who would have attended their meetings and who will not. A constant CNT Board issue is having a quorum. The applicant you chose clearly doesn't care enough about this position to even bother showing up here tonight, yet you chose him. That's just some food for thought. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments and announcements? We have no new business. We'll stand adjourned as the Guymon City Council. We'll reconvene as the Guymon Utilities Authority. We'll reconvene as the Guymon Utilities Authority. Agenda item number 2 is attendance roll call and determination of a quorum.
Mr. Peterson.
Yes.
Mr. Swager.
Here.
Mr. Alvedras.
Present.
Mr. Setzer.
Present.
Ms. Sanchez.
Present.
Ms. Hoffman. Mr. Petty.
Get me this soccer game.
I appreciate that.
Mr. Petty. Mr. Shannon.
Here.
We've got a quorum, Mayor.
Okay. I don't know, we did that the third time. Agenda item number 3 is approve the minutes of the regular meeting, the March 14th, 2023 meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes, regular meeting, March 14, 2023, item 3.
Second.
Have a motion in 2 seconds.
Setzer.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 4 is discussion or presentation by Justin Proctor with Guernsey regarding the utilities and analysis. Did he make
He's
it?
not here.
Hey, Mayor, I'm just a little concerned, as a consultant out of Oklahoma City. Supposed to be in here, didn't make it. I just hope and pray everything was okay, so I'd
Maybe he
say.
couldn't find his way?
Yeah. Oh, he'd been here before.
Maybe he stopped to watch the soccer games.
Okay, so we'll do this
Table.
at a
We'll
later
table.
date.
Yeah.
Get rid of the green golf.
We need to make a motion on that then?
I don't think we don't need to do anything on that, do we, Mr. Petty?
Do we need a motion, Mr. Petty, to table that?
No.
Agenda item number 5, discussion and possible action to approve order number ESA 021881V4 to Associated Supply Company Incorporated in the amount of $131,644.90 for a Case 580 backhoe.
This is what I was asking you about.
True.
We've got a unit price of $121, $144.90, and then a total of $131,644. But that $10,500, there's no explanation of why the extra $10,500.
You want to table it till we find it?
I think that there's got to be a reasonable, $131,644.90 is the state bid. I mean, that's, you know what, everybody knows what the state bid is, so that's why I'm confused why the unit price states to be $121,144.90, unless there was some, I'm confused here. Tracy, do you have any idea what that $10,000 difference?
I know where the 121 came from, because we did our budget last year in October.
Right, right.
So we went
And we
to the
worked-
state bid list, and the 130, I don't know the dollar amount, was what the state bid list. So
Right.
I don't know where the 121 came from.
But the unit price that the company did the state bid, or he put on his invoice is $121,144.90. That's the question, yeah.
From ASCO or from the other company that supplied the basket?
It's from
This is from ASCO,
Huh?
ASCO,
Okay. Well, I can't explain that because
Yeah.
Probably just a typo.
state bid list was
well,
130.
and I did see the state bid, you're right, when we went to the budgetary, even in the capital improvement, stuff like that, it was $131,644.90.
Yeah.
And so, and that's all we can
Can't
pay.
explain the 121. I mean, I don't know how
Would
to
you like
explain
to
that to
table
you.
it till you?
I'd rather not. We need it. I mean, I really don't want to go out to the transfer station and stomp trash, really, but,
So I'm going to ask.
thank you.
So we could, what would your advice be, Mr. Petty?
Well, what you could do, if that's the state bid, I mean, that makes it proper, but that would give you some immediate time to find out where that 121 number, why that showed up and what was the source and, I can't imagine that number would be would be less than the state. The state does the quantity, and I'd be amazed if their number isn't the low number.
I agree.
Okay.
So you could approve it subject to confirmation that that's the case, that the state's number is the low number.
So
I'll make a motion that we approve order number ESA 021881V4 in the amount of $131,644.90 for case 580 backhoe contingent upon verification of the amount.
Second.
have a motion and a second.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson. We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 6, discussion and possible action to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the second amendment to the amended and restated wastewater's operation and maintenance agreement between the Guymon Utilities Authority and Infomark. The agreement is attached. Mr. Shannon?
How many, what is this about, how many years, Tracy or Doyle, or how many years of Infomark have we been involved with Infomark?
9? 7 and Trent.
Oh, yeah, they changed company names, wasn't it? Well, okay.
It's been 8
Okay.
or 9 years, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been close to 10. But this is the third-party company that runs the wastewater treatment plant just north of Seaboard. They carry the A license and yeah.
So your recommendation is,
I recommend for passage, yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the second amendment to amended and restated wastewater operation and maintenance agreement between the Guymon Utilities Authority and the Infomark.
Second.
have a motion and a second.
Setzer.
Aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Swager.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Okay, there's no new business. Any reports, city council or council members?
I want to thank the citizens of the community for allowing me to represent you for the last 12 years. I really do. Thank you.
You have anything, Mike? Okay. Anything? Anybody
No,
got
sir.
anything?
No, sir.
Well, you know, all things come with time, Larry. Stand up when you get your butt out of it. No, I mean that. Anyway, here's a plaque. Thank you for your years of service to the city of Guymon. Councilman Larry Swagger, 2011 to 2023. And this is a copy that you can frame and put with it. Your first signed up to office.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let me shake your hand and give that to you.
Thank you.
And I'll hold this.
Okay.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
All right.
I do have some other things.
Okay.
I want to remind everybody in the community that this weekend coming up is community cleanup, and we will have, I want to say, some roll-offs at the activity center.
Yep.
Is that correct, Mr. Shannon? That's correct. Yeah, so 0 fees to throw any refrigerators, washers, dryers,
Mattresses, bed springs,
yeah,
all
any
that
of that stuff for free. So take advantage of this time and help clean up our community, get ready for Pioneer Days. It's going to be an awesome week, and if you need any help, there's volunteers as well. Contact Main Street, or, you know, I'm up to help somebody sometime, so.
I think the Ministerial Alliance is kind of
Yeah.
doing some stuff
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
If
so
you see, if you got a neighbor that's got some junk that they can't haul off, help them.
help them out, yep. And
All right.
then also, thank you to all the community members that voted for me and voted against me. I will still represent you with full heart, and I'm excited for the next term, so thank you guys.
Okay. Well, with that, we have no other further business. We'll stand adjourned. Now you can get your, back to your soccer.
All right. Bye, guys.
Go get him, Sophia.
She's working on the bench, yeah.
All right. Just has some thoughts in my head that I just kind of need to bounce. Okay.